This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz. In studio with me now is a guy who I met 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We had known of each other, but we had never formally met. And he came to me at my Brick City Creative offices to talk to me about possibly doing a video podcast or something along those lines, or an audio podcast, because he was the banana foodie and he wanted to get his message out to people. And now he's in the studio with us today to tell us one of his next endeavors. It's the banana foodie, Jay Miller. Jay, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good.
Pleasure to see you, as always.
You know, the banana foodie thing really took off for you.
It really did. I was kind of surprised. I started just something I created, I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, and I continue to get metric data of the people that I reach on the Facebook, just on Facebook and some other stuff. And I had the podcast for a little while that seemed to do very well. I sort of, stepped away from that a little bit, but it's amazing. I look at those numbers every week and go, wow, I can't believe I'm reaching quite so many people. Just trying to encourage people to go out and support local and get involved in the community and realize the community that they live in, wherever that may be, is full of these amazing locally owned places that absolutely need your support. Restaurants, wineries, breweries, distilleries here in Marion County. We have an amazing distillery. So just trying to get people to go out and support local and step away from the chain stuff a little bit.
And then you've come up with this new endeavor now, because, by the way, Marion County, you're doing something to help the veterans. Marion County, according to the guys at Vets Helping Vets and the VA Clinic, has somewhere around 60,000 veterans that live here in Marion County.
Absolutely. One of the largest metropolitans, I guess you could say, one of the largest communities in the state of Florida, in counties that actually has a veteran population.
Yeah, 60,000 is the rough estimate of veterans here. And so you're not feeding them, though. That's not what you're doing. The banana foodie is not cooking for the veterans, but you are doing something to try to raise awareness for the plight of the veteran and to raise some money. And you're doing something that, God love you, I would never attempt to do.
Well,
you're going to start in Georgia and end up in Maine? What are you doing, driving?
No. It's walking.
Hold on. You're walking from Georgia to Maine?
I'm going to walk from Georgia to Maine. It's the Appalachian Trail. Not the longest trail you can actually do in the continental United States. The PCT, I think, is a little bit longer, but it's 2,200 miles-ish, 14 states, going from Georgia to Maine to bring awareness to post-traumatic stress and to veterans' causes. And gonna just want to try to go out and spread the word that you need to get out and realize that the people that are suffering in your community, and hopefully bring some awareness to that. And there are other reasons why I'm doing it. Many of you, I don't know if you even know this, but I served on the USS Missouri, which is the last decommissioned battleship, or the last commissioned battleship in the world. It was decommissioned in 1992, so in honor of the 30th anniversary of being one of the last battleship sailors in the world, we sort of estimate maybe there's only 3,000 or 4,000 of us left if we go back to World War II era, Korea, Vietnam, Beirut. So I'm just kind of honored that I'm one of the last battleship sailors, in the world. So I'm sort of.
Was the Missouri at Pearl Harbor?
It was at Pearl Harbor.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It was salvaged at Pearl Harbor and put back into commission.
It is the ship that was used to sign the instrument of surrender, ending World War II. With Japan and World War II completely. Recommissioned and used during Desert Storm, which is my wartime persona, as it were. And then decommissioned in 1992, the last one. And at the time that I served, there were only 3 other battleships: the Wisconsin, the Iowa, and the New Jersey. The Iowa, of course, tragically got decommissioned early because of the incident that killed 47 sailors, the Thur 2 explosion. So I'm sort of wanting to pay homage to my battleship buddies. I follow a couple of Facebook pages, and it seems about once a week we hear about the death of one of our battleship brothers, and just want to sort of pay an homage to the fact that not many of us 16-inch gun sailors out there.
Jay, I don't want to sound like I'm being insulting, because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm a big guy.
Uh,
You and I are closely. You're a little taller than I am, but stature-wise, we have a lot in common.
yes.
What possessed you to decide that you were going to cardiovascular-wise walk the Appalachian Trail?
Well, I take solace in the fact that I'm not the biggest guy to do it. There are guys that are bigger than you and I that have successfully hiked the trail. I'm not the oldest. I think that record was set like 2 years ago. There was a gentleman who was like 76 or 77 who completed the trail. So, I'm in health. I'm in good health, knock on wood. I plan to take it easy. A saying you'll hear a lot on the trail is hike your own hike. Listen to your body. You start off, 8 to 10 miles a day. And it's interesting when I hear that because, when I hike now, I hike on the weekends, and I've been prepping for this for 2 years or so. I actually wanted to do the trail last year, but because of COVID, they wouldn't let you. But people did it anyway. So I hike in the mornings, and it's interesting because one of the issues I'm going to have is the math. Because when I hike here in Florida, I can do 3 miles an hour. I can do a 20-minute mile. It's flat. It's, whatever. You're
not doing that on the trail.
Yeah.
You're not doing that on the trail.
So my brain says, well, if I'm going to do 9 miles a day, I can do that in like 3 hours. Like it's 3 miles. I have to prepare myself to know that the math on the trail is a little different. And I actually went last year in the summertime. I went up to Klingman's Dome, which is the highest point on the trail, and made it to the top of Klingman's Dome. I was proud of that. If I could get to the highest point, I might as well do the rest of the trail. And but that was again one of those math things where you're really only doing about a mile an hour. It's tough.
Where are you starting? Where in Georgia? Where does it start in Georgia?
It starts at Springer Mountain. Amacola Falls is the destination start of it. It ends at Mount Katahdin, which is in Maine. I've allocated myself 6 months to do this, which is kind of a generous allocation. Hopefully I can do it, faster. But again, I'm going to hike my own hike. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it what I do. But it's 2,200 miles, so. If you do the math, you try to do, so many miles a day. And
let me ask you this.
Oh, boy.
You start in Georgia, you
Right.
go to Maine.
Yeah.
In 6 months from that, you started in, what day do you start?
April 13th is the day
April
I start.
13th.
Yeah.
So let's do the math. May, June, July, August, September, October.
It'll be chilly on the mountain.
Why would you not start that way and come back down? Because in October in Georgia, it'll be beautiful.
Well, you can. There are people that do it that way.
It'll be warmer in April in Maine than it would be in October in Maine.
I'm a traditionalist. I want to do it the way most people do it. There are people that do what they call flip-flopping, which is they start in Georgia and they make it to, I think the halfway point is Virginia,
Yep.
and then they turn around and go back.
Right.
Which to me doesn't count because as far as I'm concerned, you have to get to the top of the mountain, which is Mount Katahdin. A lot of people started earlier. They started in March. Some people even started in February for that same reason, just for the weather. I just felt that April was a good day to start.
Although you're still going to be in the dog days of summer in the South.
Yeah.
It's not going to be. There's going to be days where the heat is not going to be your friend.
I was surprised. Like I said, I follow a lot of people I've talked to a lot of people that have done it, and when you think of up, the northern states, you think of like New York and Pennsylvania, and you don't really perceive them as being hot places, but it gets
July they're blistering.
Yeah, it gets pretty much.
August it's blistering.
Blistering,
especially the mountain areas of Pennsylvania and New York. There's a reason there were large summer camps where families went for summer vacation and everything up there.
I think I'll endure. Hopefully by that time I'll have lost so much weight that the heat won't even bother me anymore. But,
well, I will give you one tip because I lived in Appalachia.
All right.
And depending
Have you
on
heard
where
the witches?
depending on where you go,
Oh boy.
if you say Appalachian Mountains, you might get shot.
Oh boy. All right.
Because they'll tell you it's Appalachia.
Appalachian.
There's some folks in Virginia and North Carolina that are serious about it being Appalachia.
I imagine in West by God.
West by God, they're the same way.
That's the same way. Appalachia.
It's Appalachia.
They probably don't take kindly to strangers.
I had a 75-year-old woman explain to me that it was Appalachia, and if I didn't get to the volunteer fire meetings, when my house caught on fire, not if, when it caught on fire, they'd watch it burn.
They'd watch it burn. Wow.
I never missed another community fire meeting ever again.
You know, you gotta love that small town stuff.
That's when I lived up just outside of Boone, North Carolina, Triplet, North Carolina. Deep Gap, North Carolina on the mountain, Triplet Mountain. So
that's one of the places we talked before about when I get into a town, you know, make sure to stop into Boone.
Boone's a great place. We'll come back and we'll find out how people can help you on your endeavor, because there is a aspect of this that we're going to try to help people with PTSD and all, and that takes money. So we'll get into that after this timeout. Jay Miller, he's hiking the Appalachian Trail. Better you than me, partner. Better you than me. We'll be right back after this timeout on Ocala Talks. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant, a true New York-style diner in Ocala. Try our breakfast special of 2 eggs served with home fries or hash browns and toast for just $4.49. We have an all-you-can-eat catfish special daily for $14.99, and Thursday through Sunday we have prime rib. Happy hour for food starts at 2 p.m. The Golden Spoon Diner and Seafood Restaurant is located at 5400 Southwest College Road in the Heathbrook Commons Plaza. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We will see you soon.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bo Jangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bo Jangle style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala. Are you suffering from neck, back, or leg pain? Go Green CBD Store can help you with holistic, all-natural, lab-tested products that help with pain, stress, anxiety, inflammation, PTSD, and so much more. We stock smokable products, gummies, chocolate, coffee, tea, even pain cream. Yes, we even have treats and oils for your dogs or cats. Go Green CBD is located in the Paddock Mall in the center court. We're open every day. Come in today for a free sample.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Hey, folks, it happens just once a year. An absolute explosion of color at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. You've not seen anything like it this year. Rows and rows of blooms and blossoms. Thousands of your favorites and many one-of-a-kind items. Many items you'll not see anywhere else that are totally captivating. Get Easy Care Drift and Knockout Roses, a rainbow of colors starting at just $19.99. Get a tray of 18 large blooming spring annuals, just $35.99. Jumbo Caladian bulbs, just $2.99 when you buy 10 or more. Blooming dwarf bottle brush, just $29.99. Many items are priced lower than last year, so look all around for inflation-busting specials all over this 5-acre garden. It's Bob Wine's Camellia Garden, Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming location since 1952.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. And we have a local celebrity, the Ocala banana foodie, is in here with us, Jay Miller. And he's talking about he's going to start in Georgia, finish in Maine, walk the Appalachian Trail to bring awareness to PTSD and the plight of what the veterans go through. He's also doing it for other reasons, like to pay homage to his battleship brothers. Because he was on the last commissioned battleship. That was his duty station in the Navy.
And I would be remiss in saying I'm not doing it from a foodie perspective too, to travel to 14 states and try different food. But,
and there are some excellent food options in all of those states.
Yep.
You'll get to try 3 different barbecue types within those states.
Absolutely.
So, and barbecue, you never go wrong with barbecue no matter what style it is.
You never can. Are you a dry guy or a wet guy?
I'm a dry guy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a dry guy.
Yeah, I love it.
Although, if I had to have it wet, I want it to be vinegar-based.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was literally going to say, if it's got to be, I got to make sure it's vinegar.
I'm not a mustard or ketchup-based guy. I like vinegar-based.
Yeah, I do too.
Which is why Carolina was great for me. Living in North Carolina, every barbecue restaurant you go into, there's vinegar-based sitting on the table.
There's some secret family recipe been around forever, and vinegar is part of it.
If you get a chance to go into, if you're close enough, and I don't know where they're located nowadays because it's been so long, Duke's Barbecue.
Duke's Barbecue?
They're all through South Carolina and North Carolina. So if you come close to one within a city that's got one, Duke's Barbecue is pretty good.
I will put it
on
the list.
I'll tell you who they are.
Oh, boy.
You know them without knowing who the Duke's Barbecue family is. The Duke's Barbecue family are the creators
of the mayonnaise?
Of Duke's mayonnaise.
Yeah, wow. Nice.
And it is the best mayonnaise on the market. If you like mayonnaise.
If you like mayonnaise.
Which I do. So it's the best mayonnaise on the market. And here's the funny thing about the banana foodie, just in passing. The man doesn't like bananas.
Despise them. I don't like the taste of them, the smell of them, the whatever. The name is actually ironic because I've traveled all over the world in the military and some other stuff, and I've eaten some weird stuff. I've eaten eyeballs and I've eaten all kinds of stuff. But to this day, the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten was a banana.
And to me, it's one of the top things to eat. So, hey, let's talk about, though, there is a financial aspect to this because you are not only raising awareness, you want to raise funds.
Correct.
To help with PTSD and stuff as well.
It's interesting. A lot of people are shocked when I talk about, the finances of hiking the Appalachian Trail. They go, what do you need money for? All you're doing is walking in the woods. Well, it's true, but I'm also doing it for 6 months. So I still have to eat. I still have to, feed myself, go maybe occasionally stay in a hostel or, pay for tent sites or pay for showers or all this stuff. And so there is a financial aspect to it and resupply of gear. I have all the gear that I need, but I'll probably go through at least 2 or 3 pairs of shoes by the time I get to where I'm going. But
you can't. $10 shoes aren't going to get it.
No, definitely not going to get it. The shoes that I have now are well over $10, and I'll probably have to have another couple pair. But in addition to that, I want to raise money to give back to the veterans' causes. The money that I'm going to raise is going to go towards the Birdwell Foundation here in Florida. I think you've had Mr. Jason White on to talk about what they do, and it's a national 501(c). The organization is, but I'm loyal, obviously, to the Birdwell Foundation of Florida. So the plan is, 20% of the money that I raise is going to go directly towards them until I get my max. And once I hit my max, I will give 100% of those donations that I received to the Birdwell Foundation, so they can help support veterans, all throughout the state of Florida and all throughout wherever else.
What do you see as when you're raising money to support the trip, and 20% of that money will go towards the Birdwell, and then once you reach that goal of what you need for the trip, 100% will go to the Birdwell Foundation. What is the need?
Well, I'm not going in with nothing. I mean, I have, money aside. When they talk about the Appalachian Trail, they say you should really sort of budget about $1,000 a month. And I know people listening are going, God, $1,000 a month to hike in the woods. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. Like if you do the math, and again, I can do it for a lot cheaper. I can do it for a lot more if I go into town and go hang out and
that's like less than $40 a day.
Yeah, and it's a number that people are very critical on. Of $2 a mile is also a number that you'll hear. So 2,200 miles, you figure that's $4,400, $4,500. But the money that I have set aside is going to basically, I want to make sure that I have that extra cushion just in case I need whatever. But again, the objective is to make sure the awareness for post-traumatic stress and for veterans causes as well. So the money that I raise, isn't going directly towards me. Like I think I'm okay until, God forbid, if I have an issue, if I have some, I'm hoping I don't have a medical issue. I'm hoping I don't break my leg on day one. But once I reach that threshold, right now my threshold on GoFundMe is $5,500. Once I reach that, anything beyond $5,500, $5,500 of what I have on GoFundMe, 20% of that will go towards the Birdwell. So that's what, $1,500, whatever. And then anything beyond that will go directly towards the Birdwell, 100%.
Now, you have a GoFundMe page set up already for this?
I do have a GoFundMe page set up. You can also I also have a PayPal link as well, which in addition to that, if people go on to GoFundMe and they search hiking the Appalachian Trail for veterans, hiking the Appalachian Trail for veterans PTSD, you'll see a picture of me, my goofy face on top of Klingman's Dome last year, and you'll see my name, Jay Miller, I presume, I hope. And they can donate that way, or you can PayPal at Jay Miller, Jay Miller 6363. So at Jay Miller 6363 if they want to donate that way as well. And again, there will be an accountability for it. This is money that I want to raise for veterans charity. This is important to me. It's not, I don't want people to have this perception that they're giving money to some guy who wants to just go blow it on the trail, because that's not what I'm going to do.
So is there going to be a way people can follow this trek? Are you going to be YouTube, and you're going to be Facebook living all of them?
I will be doing all of that. I already have a YouTube channel. If you go to, it's a Battleship Sailor's Journey on YouTube. If you search that, you can find some. I've already have posted like 6 or 7 videos of my prep work and my mission, and to talk about the same things that we're talking about, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. There are links on that YouTube channel as well. You can find me on Facebook, The Banana Foodie. There will be sites on there too. You can find me on Facebook, Jay Miller, but people have said in the past that there's a lot of Jay Millers, so it's hard to find me specifically. So if you find The Banana Foodie, you can find my personal page. So I'm going to be Facebook Live, and I'll be doing YouTube. I'll be doing all of that stuff. I want to make sure that people are aware and of what I'm doing, and the journey that I'm on. Those updates will be based upon cell phone signaling and all of that stuff. So I may not post every day, but I will certainly keep everybody updated.
So no sat phone then?
No sat phone. I do have a large solar charger, which some people have told me, in the Appalachian Trail, I don't know how that's going to work because a lot of it's over, shaded over. So,
well, and it rains a lot on the trail too.
Yeah, so.
It rains quite a bit. That area of North Carolina and Virginia that's right there in the trail in the northeast section the northwest section of North Carolina and Virginia. It's only a half an inch annually on average rainfall for being a rainforest.
It definitely.
It rains quite a bit. Look, we're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap up this interview with Jay Miller after this short timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA. The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
As Russia continues to launch bombs into Ukraine, Ukrainian President Zelensky addressed Australian Parliament this morning.
The Russian aggression war is destroying the lives of people, has become a real threat to your country and to your people as well, because this is the nature of the evil. It can instantly cross any distance.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is expected to end the use of Title 42, a pandemic-era public health safety policy that both the Trump administration and Biden administration used to rapidly expel migrants at the border. By late May, the Biden administration will allow it to end. GOP lawmakers say it will open the floodgates of illegal immigration into this country. A line of severe storms ripped across the deep south overnight. Folks in Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, and Texas keep an eye to the sky. USA Radio News.
If you're concerned about the power grid and want to generate your own supply of off-grid electricity, this will be the most important message you'll hear this year. Here's why. We now have a small number of solar generators back in stock. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving backup power when you need it most. And unlike gas generators, solar generators run quietly, emit no dangerous fumes, and produce an endless supply of free electricity from the sun. Whether it's wildfires, dangerous weather, power grid issues, or just getting off the grid, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. Even better, all this week, radio listeners get over $700 in free off-the-grid bonuses too. Go to mysolarbackup.com to learn more and check availability. That's mysolarbackup.com. Look for the free report, Crisis Cooling, how to make absolutely sure your meat, milk, and medicines stay safe and cool in any power outage. Yours free at mysolarbackup.com.
Checked in the first.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Got Jay Miller for about 5 more minutes. He's going to, the banana foodie himself is going to traverse the Appalachian Trail from bottom to top, from Georgia to Maine. Now, with that being said, have you got some teleconference stuff set up where you can talk with medical professionals if you need to and stuff along those lines, or are those things that are set up on the trail now? Because I know the trail has become very modern.
It has, and it's one of those situations where you want to be sort of at peace in nature and all by yourself, and you want that solitude of hiking in the trail. But there are a lot of people on the trail. In fact, this year is the record. The last update starting this year, there was 3,300 plus people that have actually registered to northbound hike the Appalachian Trail. The day that I'm set to leave, there are 41 people registered with me, so I'm not going to be alone on the trail. There's going to be a lot of people on the trail. A lot of people are doing it. Now, only about 20 to 25% of the people, are successful. So if of those 40 some odd people, 30 of them probably won't complete the through hike. That's my plan. I want to make sure I want to be one of the 20 and not one of the 80%. But there are resources available to you. It's all heavily marked, and you're really only about 2 or 3 days away from any, town, whether it's just a hiker town or an actual town where you can actually go to the Walmart and do all of that stuff.
Yeah, because I understand now that along the trail there are hiker towns that sit right at the trail.
Oh yeah, there are towns that have developed around the Appalachian Trail. Like their objective is to bring hikers in from the trail. People that own hostels, people that have homes, and they rent 2 or 3 rooms of their own personal homes for hikers on the trail, and for a fee, you stay the night and you can use their shower, use their laundry, all of that stuff. And the rates have gone up a lot. The economy is what it is, and the last couple of years, those hostel cart charges and those hotel charges have gone up, and even some of the food stuff has gone up. When you're out on the trail, you don't eat well, you don't eat healthy, because you're trying to make sure you have protein and carbs. So a lot of pasta, a lot of rice, which but occasionally I'll probably want to go into town and maybe grab a burger or some barbecue, like you said, and
pizza.
Yeah, pizza. It's funny you said that, because I one of the Facebook pages that I follow, they talk about what's your go-to meal, and I thought it would be like hamburgers and all this stuff, but I was surprised at how many people said pizza, and then I realized what their plan was. You pay for the pizza, you eat half of it because your bodies can only take so much of it, and then they pack out the other half, and then for breakfast you have pizza in the morning.
Right.
Rather, if you eat a hamburger, it's gone, and then you got nothing to take with you on the trail. So if you eat a pizza, you can take half of it.
I know people that will take pizza with them on the trail because, like you said, they take 4 slices, put the Ziploc baggie in their backpack.
That's exactly what they do. Yep.
So total weight. What's the total weight once the backpack is full and ready to go? Have you weighed your total backpack weight yet?
I have. Right now, if not counting water, which I'm going to try to get, at least 2 large bottles of water. Right now I'm at 27 pounds, which is not bad. The average is like 33 or 34.
Yeah, I was thinking the average is around 35 pounds.
Yeah,
so
the average is 34, 35. So
how many cook pots you taking with you?
I actually just bring in what they call a magic stove. Heats water, and it's just a little burner that you put a little stove on top of, and it heats water pretty quickly. A jet boil, they call it. Bringing that. I have to have my coffee in the morning. That's a rule. And again, one of the hiker hacks, because you're trying to get so much protein into you, is you make your black coffee, and then you actually put Carnation instant breakfast meal into your coffee, and that gives you the protein and all of that stuff. So you're not eating healthy, but you're burning 5,000, 6,000 calories a day. So you got to drink.
Peanut butter is going to be your friend.
Absolutely.
Peanut butter. By the time you get on it, you will have a newfound respect for peanut butter if you do the entire trail.
Probably one of the most common lunches, quote unquote lunches, is the pack-in tortilla wraps, peanut butter and honey.
Yep.
that's all the protein that you need and gives you all the carbs that you need. And then dinner is going to be pretty conventional. I've actually got some pasta, and buddy of mine said that best way to do is you get a little Ziploc bag. You take pasta, mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes, and a little bit of olive oil. Put it in a pot. You've got a nice, quick little meal.
I suspected you take your slingshot with you, have squirrel, rabbit, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Come on, Daniel Boone. What?
It's one of the issues on the trail. They call them trail bears. Is mice.
Right.
Yeah, there's so much.
And
mice.
they will steal from you.
They absolutely will. So.
And they're not scared of you because they see people all the time.
Nope, they have no care. So you're in the shelter. You're surrounded by all kinds of mice, and you actually have to hang your bags and hang your food bags and secure your food bags because the mice will chew through everything to get to wherever
and eat it all.
So there are a lot of mice recipes apparently.
Yeah. So tell people again where they can go if they want to be a part of this. They want to help contribute. Give them the stuff to where they can find you.
Best way is, if you have PayPal, you can certainly donate that way. It's at J Miller, JAY, the number 6363, in homage to the Battleship Missouri hull number 63. So J Miller 6363. Also, again, on GoFundMe, if you just search the GoFundMe page and you'll see the Appalachian Trail for Veterans PTSD, you'll see my cropped head on top of Klingman's Dome. You can donate that way as well. Or you can just go to the Banana Foodie page on Facebook. If you like and follow and share the Banana Foodie, I will post that same information, the GoFundMe stuff on that page as well. And you can certainly follow me on my personal page, Jay Miller, on Facebook as well. I want to do this. It's important to me. It's important for veterans, and I just want to make sure I do the best I can.
Well, best of luck to you in your endeavor. I know it's 1 in 4 are all that make it.
Yep.
3 out of 4 don't make it, so I wish you the best. And for the Birdwell Foundation and everything, I hope you get it done. And will you call in periodically?
Absolutely.
I call in periodically. Let us know where you're at.
Absolutely. I would love to give you some updates and just kind of let you know the progress and where I'm at. And I'm going to do my best. Mentally I'm prepared. Physically I'm prepared. I have all the components that I need. It is a mental journey as well as a physical journey, and I'm just going to absolutely do my best and knock on wood, and good Lord willing, I'm going to do what I can.
All right, pal. Well, we're going to keep updated with you. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.
Hey, some birthdays today as we wrap up this segment. Richard Chamberlain, who was the guru of the Thornbirds and all those what were they called? Those type of events. They were miniseries. He was the guru of miniseries in the 70s and the 80s. He is 88. Shirley Jones, of the mother in the Partridge Family, she's 88 today. Christopher Walken, got to have cowbell, baby. More cowbell. He's 79 today. Gabe Kaplan, up your nose with a rubber hose. Mr. Cotter, he is 78 today. Al Gore, former Vice President Al Gore, 74. Rhea Perlman, who's married to Danny DeVito, and she was on Cheers as Carla. She's 74 today. Ewan McGregor, 51 years old today. And, of course, I have a special birthday today. My sister-in-law, Stacy, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Stacy. Stacy is, well, she's another year older this year. That's how old Stacy is. So there you have it with birthdays today. And a special birthday shout-out to my sister-in-law, Stacy, who turned another year older today. On this day in history, in 1943, the musical Oklahoma debuts on Broadway. This play was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein. It was originally titled Away We Go and continues to be produced by theaters across the country to this day. Also in 1951, the first commercially built U.S. computer, the UNIVAC Universal Automatic Computer, is sold to the United States Census Bureau. It cost the U.S. about $150,000. And on this day in 1995, the longest strike in baseball history that began on August 12th, 1994, canceled the World Series. Baseball players agreed to end the 232-day strike when a judge granted a preliminary injunction against club owners. So that all happened on this day in history, March 31st. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. the source.